So in my opinion, the C-Series 40-inch LED light bar will be the easiest way to get a big light bar on the front end of your truck without the need for any cutting, drilling, or permanent modification, thanks to the included front end mounts. Now this thing will offer plenty of off-road visibility, of course, thanks to the combination of flood and spot pattern, and will fall in the middle of the road as far as price compared to other similar sized bars in the category. Install, thanks to that mount, will be rather easy, so I'm going to give it 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Yes, there is some wiring involved, but we'll touch on that a little bit more later on. But I do want to focus in or hone in on that no drilling aspect because in my opinion, guys, it is one of the biggest appeals about going with this particular light bar here from KC, as it is going to be extremely painless thanks to the included mounts that are included with this kit. Again, you are going to be tying into the front end hardware, more specifically your tow hooks, while still maintaining the use of those tow hooks on your truck. So again, this will be one of your best bets when it comes time to putting the largest bar possible on the front end of your truck, but without looking into one of those roof mounted options, which in my experience tend to be a little bit noisy as you do pick up some wind noise while cruising on the highway. And something else to consider with those roof mounted options, 99.9% of those things do require some sort of drilling. So you have a few options to consider when checking out some auxiliary lighting. And one of those things you have to consider is just how much light do I need, right? Because in my opinion, the 40-inch KC option here will provide enough light for the darkest trails, beach driving, camping, worksite, or whatever. Now this is made possible thanks to the 2 rows of 40 high-quality CREE LEDs, making for 80 altogether, with the combination of the 12-degree spot and the 30-degree flood reflectors. Now altogether, this is good enough for what KC claims to be over 1,300 meters of total throw altogether, which is just shy of a mile given the right conditions. Now those LEDs are nestled tight into this pretty stout aluminum housing here. It is powder coated black and then sealed tight enough to get an IP67 waterproof rating. This housing does feature some thermal management going on to help protect those LEDs in the long run, but in my opinion, one of the big draws about going with an LED is that they don't really produce a lot of heat in the first place. So ultimately, if you do encounter an issue, KC will have your back with their rather unique 23-year warranty. And let's be real for a second here, guys. KC has been making lights for a very, very long time. In fact, they're going on nearly 50 years now, so they know what they're doing in the aftermarket lighting game. The C-Series option that we have here is the company's more affordable or entry-level light bar option. They do have their flex array kind of as a next step up, and then finally their gravity option as well, which both will be considerably more than the C-Series option that we have here. And while we're on the topic of price, I do want to point out that the C-Series light bar option that we have here from KC, in my opinion, is going to fall in the middle of the road, especially when you factor in those mounts as well. Just south of 700 bones is what you're looking at for this particular option. You can certainly spend a lot less and check out a Raxium option, and you can certainly spend a lot more and check out a rigid option, but that is your call. Switching gears, let's talk install, and as I pointed out at the very top of this video here, gang, as far as mounting is concerned, you're looking at one of the easiest bars in the category thanks to the included mounts, which by the way are not on the table here. All you need is a basic socket set and you can get this guy in place. So 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe 30 minutes to an hour tops when including your wiring. Now as far as actually mounting the light bar itself, well, all you need to do is simply remove the front 2 bolts in those tow hooks and simply loosen the 2 rear bolts, but don't remove them all the way. You just need enough space to slide the KC brackets into place, reinstall those 2 front bolts, tighten everything down, and you're good to go. Again, I just want to remind you guys, you are not losing the functionality of those tow hooks. You can still totally use them with the KC in place. At this point, you can mount the 40-inch light bar between the 2 brackets you just installed using the included hardware. Now you can have fun with some wiring. And honestly, guys, this one really isn't all that bad. KC does include all of the power, ground, all that good stuff, harness, switch that you need to complete the install. You just have to wire everything in. Again, you're looking at a basic power and ground install here, but you do have to find a place for that switch inside your truck, of course, and this will definitely be the more time-consuming part of the installation. As long as you follow the detailed instructions from KC, you should have no problem getting this puppy wired in and functional in about an hour from start to finish. Wrapping things up here, guys, I think the KC C-Series light bar that we have in this video is going to be one of the most attractive in the category, simply from a mounting standpoint alone. Factor in KC's long history in the biz, solid warranty, and a light bar that can light up even the darkest of trails, and you got a solid buy for the $700 price point. So guys, that is my review here of the KC 40-inch light bar, which you can grab right here at AmericanTrucks.com.